It's a brand new day. On the Sword Coast, your allies will help with blades and bows and magic as well. Hey, hey, heroes on their way. Fighting together against overwhelming odds. Fighting together in favor of multiple gods. Idle champions of the forgotten realms. Idle champions, adventure never ends. Idle champions, get your wallet there. Idle champions, you will say it again. Idle champions. From Waterdeep to Aspendale, head out to Jolt or Shadowfell. Hey, hey. Together we say, one to the monsters, one to the boss, one to the right, it's never a loss. Hey, hey, bad guys to slay, fighting the rainbow against overwhelming odds, fighting together in favor of multiple gods. Idle champions of the forgotten realms.
One. Hello, everyone. I'm not Dylan, but I am here with Jason for Bardic Inspiration. Hi, Jason. How you doing?
You know what? You're not Dylan. You're Lauren.
I'm
And
not.
that's totally okay.
Well, thank you. I mean, it
We're
is
all
okay.
our own. We're all ourselves, you know?
Yeah, we've all got to do what we got to do. So
I strive to be myself every day, and I think that everyone else should too.
absolutely. And you're doing an excellent job. And thank you for joining us for this request song Bardic Inspiration episode, and where we're gonna you're gonna play some fun songs, and I'm going to look at chat and see what chat has to say. And
Look, Dylan's like, that's not me.
it's not me. Look, I'm the guest. I didn't even take over the scribe. I was like, that's Dylan. I'm not the scribe. Because I
You're the
would
guest.
never.
That's awesome. Well, I don't know. I feel like you're the guest host,
Yeah,
right?
but that works too. I mean, I've just kept it short, right?
And it's too bad that we can't. It's way too bad that we can't sync up timing wise, because then you could do some oboe solos.
I could, but yeah, as we've talked about before, the lag over Zoom is small, but once you start to try to play together, it's incredibly noticeable for as anyone who's tried to sing Happy Birthday over the internet has realized. So the oboe will stay over there, and we'll just be listening to your dulcet tones and awesome guitar.
I don't even want to think about birthdays over Zoom, singing Happy Birthday over Zoom.
I've done it, and it's bad. It's bad. The only thing you need to do is someone has to be the person who says, I'm not going to listen to anyone else, and you just plow forward, and you force everyone to kind of follow you, because otherwise it just gets slower and slower.
Right.
Oh, it's
my
bad.
goodness.
It's
Yeah.
super bad. But we're not singing Happy Birthday today. We are singing
not.
other fun stuff. So we thought we'd start with the last live show that we had, which was Mage Hand, and then we'll pick stuff going from there. I'll take some suggestions from chat. We've got a little bit of a list. We've got a hype train going on. Everything's good.
Yeah, let's mage hand it up.
All
we
right.
ready? All right, here we go. Mage hand, picking your pocket with my mage hand. Mage hand, mage hand, won't see it come 'cause you just can't. When a bell needs ringing or a trap needs springing, when a back needs scratching or a door unlatching, if you're needing help out of a jam, here's a cantrip that does all it can. Mage hand, I'm picking your pocket with my mage hand. scratching or a bug needs catching. I don't need to have a 10-foot fall. I got 30 feet of reach to make a trap bind and roll. Mage hand, pick in your pocket with my mage hand. Mage hand, I won't see it coming 'cause you just can't. Solving every single problem under 10 pounds. Use this clever spell that doesn't know any bounds. There's no limit to the magical antics. The mightiest of cantrips. Mage hand, pick in your pocket with my mage hand. Mage hand, I won't see it coming 'cause you just can't. Boom.
Boom.
1 second, it's hot in here.
Take several seconds.
Yeah. Talk amongst the chat.
You know, hey chat, how you doing? How are you enjoying things? I've seen a couple of suggestions for our next song, but mostly people are just happy to see you live again.
Good. I'm happy to see everybody too.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, I just saw something in chat that made my heart seize up.
Bonk breath.
Ooh. So we've had some Kobold suggestions, including the Spurt song. We had Warden's Lament come up. We had some other fun stuff, but I'd love to know, since, you know, you don't get asked nearly often, what song would you like to play?
Probably, My Sweet Raven Queen. That's my favorite.
Ooh.
Today. That's my favorite today. You know, you never know.
There we go. The original love song that everybody loves. I also am happy to hear this song, even though it has now been a couple of weeks since we featured Orcus and the Raven Queen on Idle Champions Presents, but there was definitely
also, it's funny.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about it, this is just this is not canon, but it is. It's canon that we made up.
Yeah.
You know?
It's canon enough that during the stream for Court of the Raven Queen, B. Dave mentioned boomboxes with Orcus, and there was a couple moments and where the two of them were, well, Orcus was eyeing the Raven Queen. The Raven Queen was busy at the moment, and chat was happy, so.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay!
And there was much chatting.
Much chat rejoicing. Yay!
I have some weird plugins on the way I, or like some, I don't know. I tried hard to make my monitor dim.
Yeah.
Right? So that the light from the monitor doesn't affect like the lighting from there. You know, streamer 101, right?
Oh yeah, I'm very well aware of that. I've got a bright screen over here and a dark screen over there. I'm constantly looking for dark mode.
But then I have like weird dark mode on it, but I don't know, something has changed. So now the Google Doc is even darker.
Ooh.
Because it's not dark for you, right?
No, because I've been fooling around with that dark mode for Google Docs, and it doesn't look right, and especially for the display under me, it's definitely not readable on screen. Not yet.
For mine,
anyway.
all it did is just like put a filter. It just made it. It's like it put a gray filter over everything.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks.
Yeah, they're working on it, so.
Yeah, well, I think I probably attached some sort of third-party plug-in. So who knows?
Yeah. Well, more and more places are coming out with dark mode, and I know Google is doing dark mode on some stuff, but their docs not so much. which I notice every single time I am, say, doing this show or some of the other streams that I'm on, and I switch back and forth, and there's just suddenly brightness right here. So.
Yeah. It's not that it went metal on me, Rivier. It kind of went, remember, I don't know, there was a really old South Park episode where they had Philip Glass perform a non-denominational holiday musical.
Did they?
And everyone was in gray outfits.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what my screen, just my Google Doc screen, is just very gray.
Yeah. Philip Glass is one of those composers. I love playing his music. I am not a fan of listening to it. It's the truth.
That's got to say something.
I don't know. There's a lot of classical-ish composers that are just so interesting to play, but if I'm not engaged with the performance of it, it's not my jam. But hey, he's a great composer. He's done a whole bunch of film stuff, and...
You know who's fun to play and listen to?
Who?
Handel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Across the board. Fun to play, fun to listen. So much stuff going on, but, you know, when you think classical music, there it is.
Yeah. Mozart, too.
Totally.
Yeah. But we're not doing any of that.
No, we're going to do My Sweet Raven Queen.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I was summoning an army of dead while you were feeling mortal hearts with your dread. Then I looked into your eyes and knew we had to be together. Is our hatred just mistaken love? I find really passion and lust. Then you gazed into my soul and I knew that we could roll forever. Sweet pretty lovers undercover all the layers of hell. You know I miss your sweet kiss when I'm in the abyss. Why don't you come out of the shadow bell? My sweet Raven Queen, you're the one I wanna be with tonight. You make a sure fighting face to face, but at night I only want your embrace. You made my dead heart beat and you trapped me with a feather. Let me put my wand to the side, and behind the mask where you hide, we will gaze across our time and know it's yours and mine, treasure. Secret lovers undercover all the layers of hell. You know I miss your sweet kiss when I'm in the abyss. Why don't you come out of the shadow bell? My sweet Raven Queen, you're the one I wanna be with tonight. None of them can see what you want, don't understand you the way I do. I've seen the pain beneath, and it's the one that I will ease for you. Secret lovers undercover all the layers of hell. You know I miss your sweet kiss when I'm in the abyss. Don't you come out of the shadow there. My sweet Raven Queen, you know I really mean it. My sweet Raven Queen, I know that you believe it. My sweet Raven Queen, you're the one I wanna be with tonight. That felt good.
That's such a fun song.
It is. I don't even know what it reminds me of something.
It's just
You know,
it's got a great groove to it. So what's
Yeah.
the last song that you've had that kind of groove with?
I'd love to do that up full band, you know? That would be...
Yeah. So I was
Thank you, Cujo. And what's really funny is, like, you know, so many of these songs are so you got to know D&D, and you got to know D&D lore to get these songs.
Oh, yeah.
You know? You really do.
Well, and especially for that song, it's not just D&D and D&D lore, but also Idle Champions lore, I guess.
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
It's a really inside baseball song, but hey, people love it. So I actually did not have the most recent document pulled up here, and I was wrong. Mage Hand was not the last song that you did. It's been so long, and then I had the wrong document pulled up. The last song you did live was the Lord Soth song.
Hey, Ann, I figured out. I pulled whatever those those evil third-party extensions were. I pulled them off, and now I can see the screen.
I'm working on getting the other document up. There we go. Hey,
We
look.
got the Myconid songs. We got
Doing this on the fly.
Lord Soth. But for Lord Soth, I gotta listen to that one again.
I mean, that's
That's
fair.
actually the last one we did. But when do we do that one?
It's
there already
been a
a date?
while. I mean, it's been at least a month, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find. Would have been March 15th, maybe?
Wow.
Or no, wait, March 22nd. March 22nd. So it's been a
I
little
might
while.
have it on. I might have. Sometimes I only need to hear like a second or two of it for me to remember it.
Well, and I've also got some other suggestions from chat if you're interested. So we've got options.
What do we got from chat?
So from chat, they were requesting, we had Lizard Folk come up, we had Displaced Displacer, Dance Macabre, anything with a kobold in it.
Well, yeah. No, that's happening.
Yeah, so we had a couple of options here.
Okay. Well, why don't we do Lizard Folk? Because that one's always fun.
Sounds good. Let's see if I can, see how fast I can find these. Nope, that's not it.
What did you say?
Oh no, I challenge myself every time y'all want to play a song to try to find it in the document as quickly as possible. So
Okay, yeah, we'll wait.
Yep.
So you got it.
I got it.
So, just so everyone knows, Lizard Folk, inspired by Neil Young, basically. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
Neil Young inspired.
Lizard folks having a mage that's a wizard poke. Lizard folk eating eggs in the cold, that's a blizzard yo. Lizard folk down on their luck, now that lizard's broke. Lizard folk, no fur, only scales, that's a lizard coat. Cold-blooded swamps flooded, spears jutted, enemies guarded. You will seem to think that we're draconic, servants to the greatest worm. But we find your thoughts ironic. We make our way on our own terms, like lizard folk making a meal with an artichoke. I think that was your line, wasn't it? Lizard folk getting up from a nap now that lizards woke. Lizard folk chatting away now they're blowing smoke. Lizard folk always working out now that lizard's old. Home protected, strength projected. Get like lizard folk. We're nothing like frogs. Did you hear us croak? I mean, lizard folk becoming a druid now that lizard's old. Lizard folk grappling a foe, that's a lizard choke. Lizard folk, we've got no emotions to provoke. Lizard folk. Oh, lizard folk. Lizard folk. Lizard folk covered in rhinestones now that lizard's baroque. That's some live writing right there from Garowar.
Yeah. Hey, listen, this is the kind of song that just the more rhymes we find, the longer it gets.
More. But wasn't the artichoke line yours?
I don't remember, I think.
I feel like it was.
You know what? I trust you. Whenever we're searching for rhymes, I'm just sitting on Rhyme Zone looking at words and going, what can I make out of this? What can I make out of this? But it might have been someone else. I don't know. It's one of those things in where chat.
Someone will know.
Yeah, someone will know. Chat always helps a lot. There's often someone puts out a line and then someone else helps adjust it a little bit and then figures something else out, and then it's a group effort.
All right.
Oh, I wish it was as easy to tune the oboe as it is to tune a guitar.
Well, what do you have to do physically when you tune an oboe?
So in order to get it close, you're making sure that the reed that you make works. So there's a lot of making the reed so that it's at A440 for American orchestras. And then just on the fly, I'm constantly using my embouchure to adjust the reed.
Yeah.
You know?
So that would be kind of like, so this bridge on a guitar has to be a certain length from the nut of the guitar in order to even get it close, right?
Yeah.
Because then you have to line it up with all the frets. That's something the manufacturer does. So it's like you've got to do that yourself each time, technically. Yeah. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, that's pretty close. And then imagine playing a fretless guitar.
Yeah. Those exist. Fretless basses especially. A lot of people play fretless bass because then you can have that cool like, but without the it's like, you know, there's no. It's pretty cool.
I mean, and I'm always a fan of anyone who plays an upright bass in a band that normally would have a side bass. But that's
Did
me.
we make a clip? We made a clip of the Lord Soth song, right? That's somewhere.
Yeah, it should definitely be. You know what? I should be able to find that for you pretty easily.
Okay.
And easily is a relative term. Let's see.
Well, why don't I play something else?
While I go looking?
I mean, it's up to you. I don't want to task you with any extra work.
Listen, I'm here for you. I'm here for all of you. Oh, you know what? It looks like that might not have been posted yet. I might have to go into the Twitch back end to go find it, because the last one I'm finding
before it disappears.
Oh, we got a couple months. Last one I'm finding on YouTube is Rise of the Tarrasque. So
Gar just made it, I think.
Oh, did he? Well, you know, Garwar is good people.
Classic.
Garwar is excellent people.
But I mean, we should definitely put that in the original.
Yeah, let me.
So that we've got it.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Let me see if I can remember this. Checking out the clip.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'll take a look at chat while you're doing that.
Oh God, I did like a whole riff. Yeah, I'm gonna have to study that one maybe, and do that on the next request show.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you got 63, 64, 65 songs that you've just written. So it's a lot.
All in 2 hours, all with chat's help.
Yeah.
It's kind of insane if you think about it, when we started.
Some
The
quicker.
idea behind it. Huh?
Some quicker. Quicker than 2 hours.
No, but like when we started, the idea behind this show
Yeah.
and like what it's become now. And now the songs are in the game.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
But amazing, right?
Yes, it is.
So
It is.
so now that that's the cycle, not saying that anything could happen in the future, but say more songs could end up in the game. Is there a song that you want to write that you think would be particularly amazing to have in the game? Like, is there a champion or a monster or?
No, we've done it. You know what I mean? Like we get to do it every week. There's not one that I'm definitely craving or anything.
Yeah.
It's just like if I'm craving one, we've picked it, you know, which is fun. Or if Dylan's craving one, we've picked it.
Yeah, the Lurking Rider. So I had suggested also 3 Cheers for the Dungeon Master, considering the 100th champion that's coming out. But that's a good point. If we can ever get more songs into the game, I think that's one that absolutely has to go on in. It's such a good one. And
Wait, is the 100th character going to be Dungeon Master from the cartoon?
Yep.
Hell yeah!
Right.
Fear not, Ranger. I am your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
You do that like you've recently listened to this cartoon.
No, I haven't. But I just remember that so much because that was the opening show.
Yeah.
You know, fear not, Ranger, Cavalier,
Acrobat.
Acrobat. What does he say? Magic user, or does he say mage? Or I can't remember
I
what
think he might say mage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barbarian. Mm-hmm. I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons. Show the title opening scene. You know?
Venger and the Tiamat
Venger.
and everybody. Yeah.
That's thief.
Thief.
All right. There's a thief and an acrobat, which is also a thief. Mm-hmm. That was like right when they were introducing second edition.
Yeah.
Because I was like, acrobat? What the hell is that? And then when second edition came out, oh, you can be an acrobat.
Mm-hmm. And now people will go back and watch those and go, acrobat? What are people talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Once again.
Yeah.
They need to bring, let's do hashtag bring back acrobat. Let's bring it back. There's gotta be an acrobat
I'm trying
subclass. Isn't there?
I mean, 5th edition, no. I'm trying to think in 4th edition, because 4th edition, there was so much.
4th edition is the edition that we do not speak of.
Oh, see, now you got me on the show. Guess what?
We do?
I
You
do.
speak of it?
Listen, I am very well aware of the... I like 5th edition better, and there were things with 4th edition that got changed that are amazing, but 4th edition was my... essentially intro into D&D. That was where I started DMing. That was where I started playing regularly. So I have a soft spot for all these 4th edition books right there.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Stabigail says tens of people will join and cry out for Acrobat to return.
Yeah, I mean...
Acrobat is just a monk? Oh, okay, I guess.
I think you're right. Acrobat is more a thief. So that's going to be the hard part is what does the acrobat do that the thief can't besides flips?
I mean, isn't that enough? Those flips.
That's true.
That could be a whole... you know what? There should be a subclass just called Flipper. All you do is flips.
And then you play as a grung, so you can be a flipper with flippers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went
or like
there.
a dolphin hybrid.
So you can be called Flipper with flippers as your flipper.
Yep.
That's our next song. That's the next song we're going to do. Actually, so we had more suggestions from chat. Dungeon Master came up. Kobolds are still out there. Displaced Displacer. Dance Macabre. Anything strike your fancy?
Oh, well, I was going to hit Dungeon Master right now.
Perfect.
Let's do all those. All the ones you mentioned, let's do them all.
I love it.
This one's for the dungeon masters, weaving stories each week anew. Scheduling can be a disaster, but they always pull it through. We raise a glass to you with heartfelt cheers, even though you brought us tears. You guided us through thick and thin for many days and many years. This one's for the NPCs, both prepared and on the fly. Denizens of the world we share, both to love and terrorize. Will our heroes live or will they die? We'll just have to improvise. Tell us to roll and give it a try. It's time to throw the dice. Cheers for the dungeon masters for giving us their all. 3 cheers for the story crafters. Please join us in our call. This one's for the mighty monsters, the demons and the gods, the fireballs and lightning bolts, cast from staves, wands and rods. You're the master of the room, the champions of lore. We raise our dice to you, 'cause you leave us wanting more. 3 cheers for the dungeon masters for giving us their all. 3 cheers for the story crafters. Please join us in our call. Cheers for the dungeon masters for giving us their all. 3 cheers for the dungeon crafters. Please join us in our call. That's right, improvisational whistle solo.
I always feel
That's what you get.
I always feel a little bad when I see instrumental solo come up because I'm like, we already rely on you a lot to do the songs, and then to just put instrumental solo feels like
You
it's
should have grabbed that oboe and just played like long notes or something. Now, I mean, talk about Philip Glass.
oof. Yeah.
That could be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you want me to just do a really, really long note, now we're talking the Barrio sequenza, which is that's a whole other thing. No one would enjoy that. Yeah, someone in chat was asking me, Saram, grab my oboe and start playing along. Listen, the lag would be unbearable.
True.
Yeah.
It really would.
I did want to whistle along though. But that's the joy of muting myself, is I can do whatever I want and no one has to listen to it.
Right.
Oh, J-Dog, play a note or two ahead. Listen, I am impressed that you think that I am that capable of a musician that I can play so far ahead of the beat as to anticipate
Yeah.
the lag.
Anticipate where it's going.
Yeah.
Come on, what kind of musician are we?
One that hasn't been in marching band in many decades.
Did you have to anticipate in marching band?
Yeah, so we did field band. This is many, many decades ago, but when you're playing on a big football field, you can't necessarily go with exactly what you're seeing and playing on the beat with what you're seeing from the conductor because sound is slower than sight. So you always, the further back you get from the drum major, the more on top of the beat you have to be. And so if you're all the way on the other side of the field, you need to be like just ahead of the beat a little bit, or else nothing is in time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I was just looking at a whole bunch of Drum Corps International videos this week. I can't believe I'm now talking about marching band.
No, drum corps cool.
Oh,
yeah.
It's awesome. Were you ever in any marching band when you were young, Jason?
No. I was in choir, and I was in show choir, and I was in chorus. And I don't know, when I was in 4th grade, I played the violin very badly.
Oh,
But
I
we
mean, in
didn't
4th
march.
grade, everybody plays badly.
Yeah, well, unless you're like some crazy child prodigy or something.
True.
But that was not me.
It's all right. It wasn't me either.
That's okay. We got there, right?
Yeah, we just had to find our instruments. I
Relate.
I really do believe that everybody can play an instrument or can sing. The problem is you maybe only can play one instrument really well, or you can only sing. And if you get on the wrong instrument when you're young, you have that, maybe I'm just not a musician kind of moment.
Yeah.
Because I know so many musicians who started on one instrument and were just, this is okay, I'm fine. And then for whatever reason switched and suddenly were amazing.
It can happen, you know? It really, it's an odd thing to think about, you know, where our paths in life lead us and decisions that we made.
Right? I had a friend in college who was a tuba major on performance. She was amazing. She played flute until high school.
Hey?
Talk about a change. All right, what would you like?
The smallest instrument to the biggest instrument.
She was
Well,
amazing.
unless maybe she played like piccolo. That would have been smaller, but still.
Yeah. I guess as a flute player, you're playing piccolo no matter what.
Yeah. All right.
What's next?
Dance Macabre I've got up on my screen.
Then that's what
So
I
let's
will...
dance it.
Yeah.
Actually, let me make sure my dog's okay. Talk to the crowd.
I will...
One of my dogs is...
I will
crying.
chat with the crowd. Hi, chat. While I do have the oboe right here, I don't have it warmed up, and this is a Bardic inspiration stream, not an oboe stream. So no oboe solos. It's not gonna happen. I mean, I didn't even want to put the Orkira song out there because I'm like, is that a little too self-centered? I'm gonna be the guest on here and then be
Why not?
asking for my song. Well, thank you, Rhett Fantastic. I think you rock as well. How's the dog doing?
Good. Come here.
Hi, puppy.
She's doing good.
Aw. See, now I gotta go find.
Your puppy?
I've got to find the emotes, your emotes,
Oh,
so I
yeah.
can put the emote in chat.
And Iggy will never come up here, but when I broadcast on my own channel, he'll lie down there, and I have a doggy cam.
The doggy cam is adorable. That definitely, if you can go check out Jason when he's doing his streams, just to see a little doggy cam in the corner and then curled
I tell
up.
you, I think it brings more viewers. Like if they're scrolling through Twitch and they see a dog, they'll stick around for a minute or two.
Dogs, cats, birds, animals. Animals always get people's interest at least.
Oh, I've got birds. You know about that, right?
I don't know if I knew you had birds.
I don't,
Oh.
but there are birds in my neighborhood that
Oh.
are nuts.
Do you
I've got
do you have some of those
hawks.
wild macaws that are out there?
No, I've got peacocks. There's 40 peacocks. There's 40 wild peacocks that live in my neighborhood.
Okay.
And some people that listen to my stream know. And they'll just randomly hear, bark! They're like the most majestic looking birds, but they make bark! They make like the worst noises.
I mean, they put all their skill points into visuals and not into audio. So there you go.
Yeah, I need to make a peacock emote. That is true. They are great guard dogs. Great guard, because they will scream if something weird is going on.
It sounds like they'll scream for anything. Are they a car
Yeah, I know
alarm?
that's a problem. It's like what are they screaming on? You know, what are they screaming about? I don't know. Anyway, Dance Macabre. Here we go.
Once I had a heart, a liver and a brain. Fell on my own sword. Now this is what remains. Raised up by dark magic, then my flesh was shed. Now I serve my master as animated dead. Every new adventurer is fodder once they're floored. A walking bag of bones to add to our decor. They bring us everything we need inside their worthless hides. From within their flesh, our new soldiers shall arise. Welcome to the dance macabre, the eternal skeletal mob, rattling our bones to necromantic tones. Put on your widest grin and become a skeleton. Dance macabre. I have no tongue with which to speak, sinews guide my hand, but still I march in step to my dark master's commands. I no longer love or hate, all my feelings left behind. I'll fight until I fall apart, final peace I cannot find. Clerics try to turn me, but I just walk away. Once their prayers are over, they too become my prey. When we reach the city walls, no mortal life will last. Leave your organs where you fall, your flesh is in the past. Welcome to the dance macabre, the eternal skeletal mob, rattling our bones to necromantic tones. Put on your widest grin and become a skeleton. Dance macabre, dance macabre, dance macabre, dance macabre. Please don't misconstrue, we've got a bone to pick with you. There's no going home, no, as a skeleton you're on. Welcome to the dance macabre, the eternal skeletal mob, rattling our bones to necromantic tones. Put on your widest grin and become a skeleton. Dance macabre.
Fun.
I love the guitar flourish you put towards the beginning. A little bit of flamenco, a little bit of...
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, I remember when we wrote that, I was like, we've never written a song about skeletons. Like one of the most basic monsters in D&D. Let's write a song about skeletons.
Yeah. And now you've written enough of the monster songs that at this point we'd have to just pull out the DMG and start digging a little deeper.
We could fill a dungeon.
Yeah. Just go
We
grab
could
a
do
book.
those songs we've written.
Mimics, Displacer Beasts, Gelatinous Cube, which was also a recommendation that came up. Purple Worm. There's been a lot. I'm also forgetting like 12, I'm sure.
There's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, of course, Rise of the Tarrasque.
Right?
Yeah. Orcus has a stat block, so we could count Orcus. The Raven Queen, not so much. So I don't think we can count that.
Hardtack turning cake?
I don't know if that needs an entire song, but I was joking with Chad about basically everything I've been watching. Is It Cake? That TV show on Netflix, I think it is.
I've heard about it, yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculously fun. And also, I just enjoy everything being cake.
Me too. God, I wish everything was cake.
Yeah, right? Whenever they ask on the show, they're like, do you think this is cake or not? I'm like, it's cake. And if it's not, it should be. I would like everything back here to be cake. I would like this drink to be cake. Just all the cake. Kobolds are both monsters and PCs.
You're right.
They are all things. That's why they're so popular.
Kobolds are number one.
Yeah. You haven't done a goblin song?
No, we haven't. I just realized that. I've done a hobgoblin song over on the Gax pack.
We did have someone asking for I'm a Magic Boat.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, earlier in the stream, someone was asking. And Catch-23 does make a good point. We have not done a song about the Dread Gazebo.
Wow.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
There it is, everybody. We should get Peacock to... Somebody call NBC and get Peacock to sponsor me, because there's peacocks everywhere.
That totally sounded like a cat.
It was not.
Oh, peacocks, jeez. But yeah, we have not done a goblin song. We haven't done Dread Gazebos. Although Dread Gazebo, that's a joke song, basically.
Yeah, that's pretty deep, you know, that's pretty meta, wouldn't you say?
True, but then again, we were talking about that with the Orcus and Raven Queen song.
That was the Orcus and Raven Queen. So
Yeah. But I think the Dread Gazebo has to wait until you're ready to do a ridiculous song. Not necessarily a parody, but something really silly.
I mean, don't you think we've done some ridiculous songs already?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I think it's fair to want to be in the mood, you know. Like Lizard Folk just kind of ended up that way because everyone was making the rhymes. Mm-hmm. But Dread Gazebo, you got to go all in on it being ridiculous no matter what.
Well, I mean, I think we knew a Kobold song was coming,
Oh yeah.
so I think we should just do it.
Go for the kobolds are number one.
Kobolds are number one. Here we go.
Kobolds are really tough. Kobolds will steal your stuff. Kobolds we like to sing. Kobolds we take your things. Kobolds live underground. Kobolds we run around. Kobolds we like the dark. Kobolds don't need no art. We may be small, we may be last, but we are many and we're coming fast. Don't hide all your gold. Pack up your tools. We'll stomp on your toes. Steal all your jewels. Kobolds covered in scales. Kobolds, we have cool jails. Kobolds, we're not that short. Kobolds, we're in your fort. Kobolds come from dragons. Kobolds, drain your flagons. Kobolds deserve the praise. Kobolds are really brave. We may be small, we may be last, but we are many and we're coming fast. Don't hide all your gold. Pack up your tools. We'll stomp on your toes. Steal all your jewels. Shiny rocks and beats some string. up on your toes, steal all your jewels. Kobolds, we fight, it hurts. Kobolds, we forget words. Kobolds are super fun. Kobolds are number one.
That's my favorite line. The whole thing is amazing, but that's my favorite line, is we forget words.
Yeah, why not? Because they would. They
Yeah.
totally would.
Uh-oh. This is what happens
There's all
when you
sorts
got
of
peacocks.
activity today.
Oof. Oh.
As most Bardic Inspiration viewers will know, that the Trash Man always comes on Tuesdays, right around between 1 and 2, right when we broadcast.
You know, it's an excuse to stop and chat. I mean, usually you're hardcore writing at this point, so
We are, yeah.
it's not such a big deal. Meanwhile, chat has just turned into listing off monsters that you haven't made into songs yet. And so I feel like half of chat has just grabbed their monster manuals and started to flip through.
Hey, you know,
They had a lot of...
we've got many more episodes to go.
Yeah. Save those suggestions. I mean, we had... I think Boulette has come up before.
Oh, yeah.
Golems, elementals came up. Ghouls or ghasts.
Ooh.
Lions? How did lions come up?
Gas would be fun because we could say something about being aghast.
Ooh, yeah.
That
Yeah,
we saw
good.
aghast.
Nothics.
Shader.
And then, of course, Tiamat has come up. But, you know, that's a different stream.
What, that's Tiamat and Bahamut combined or something?
So we do a stream on Wednesdays called The Sketching Hour, where two artists and I do a stream in where we roll on some rolling tables and make a monster out of nothing, and they draw it in an hour. It's kind of the artist version of what you've been doing for months. And when the Trials of Mount Tiamat came out, we did a special episode in where we did 4 of the 5 heads of Tiamat, except instead of as just the regular dragons, it was a scared phoenix. It was a bunch of different stuff, and it turned into what the chat has called Tia-what, because it's a ridiculous creature. I'll show it to you after the stream. It's amazing.
Okay. I love it. Tia what?
Tia-what? Yeah.
That's friggin' great.
Sloths, atropals, lemurs. Oh yeah, the lemur with human teeth.
What is that?
Yeah.
Like the Sonic the Hedgehog first movie trailer?
Oh yeah.
Where everyone was like, what's up with those teeth? And they're like, okay, we heard you.
Mm-hmm.
We're changing the teeth.
Listen, human teeth in places where human teeth shouldn't be are always creepy. That is something else I've learned from the Sketching Hour.
Yeah, that's super.
Yeah. But that was one of the heads of Tia-what was a lemur with human teeth. And it was as terrifying as you could imagine.
I don't know if there's human teeth in this, but there's a brand new movie on Netflix. It's like stop motion felt called The House.
Ooh, I haven't heard of that.
It's nightmare fuel. Like, we started watching, like, oh, this could be cool. It's 3 stories. The first one is, it's kind of scary, but not really. The second one is super scary. It will give you nightmares.
Oh, jeez.
Because you got to see it. And the third one is sort of positive, but because you've been so destroyed by the second story, that the third story, you're like, it's going to happen. Something really horrible is going to happen.
Yeah.
A couple people in chat have seen it.
And it's all done with, you said felt? So like puppets?
Stop
and stuff?
motion felt.
Stop motion felt. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's really well done. But it's so nightmarish. Story 2.
I'm usually not a horror movie fan, but maybe I'll...
I didn't know it was a horror movie. That's the thing. I didn't know it was a horror movie. I just thought it was like kind of dark, like a psychological thriller or something. But how scary could it be? It's stop motion felt. Oh, it's scary.
Yeah.
It's called The House. Stabigail. It's on Netflix right now. It's just called The House. Not to be confused with like the 80s horror movie just called House. This is The House. Stop motion animation.
Or House on Haunted Hill. Or
Right. Not to be confused with that.
Yeah.
Or Party House. I'm sure there was a movie called Party House.
Probably from the 80s. I could totally see it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just don't go on Netflix and look for House. You have to be a little more specific, I think.
Right. The House. Mm-hmm. But it came up in like my suggested. So I was like, oh. No. Anyway. All right. What's next? What's next?
Well, if we go back to some of our suggestions, Gelatinous Cube came up. We still have Displaced Displacer. The Show Will Go On came up. I know Judged by Kellamvor came up. So we've had a few options. Anything strike your fancy?
Oh, let's do Kellamvor. Why not? What do you think?
I'm a fan of Kellamvor because that song gets stuck in my head super fast, in the best way.
Lord of the Dead.
There you are, music of the gods.
Welcome to the afterlife, now jump up on my scale. Tell me of the life you lived in all your many tales. If you tell the truth, you just might gain your divine right. But if you lie, I'll set your soul alight. This is not the end for you, death is but a door. Now this chapter's ended, let me tell you what's in store. Your gods have set a path for you, but I'm their final test. And by your deeds I'll deem you cursed or blessed. Faithless or false, praise or lost, you'll get what you deserve and nothing more. When you're judged by Kellamvor. Welcome to the great beyond, where would you like to go? We have hereafters hot and cold, from grassy fields to snow. I'll weigh your heart, I'll judge your soul, don't worry, trust in me. Unless you practice necromancy. Death or life means naught to me, but undeath is a scourge, a pestilence upon the living that should all be purged. No zombie shall avoid my wrath, no wraith my rage escape. On that my clerics pledge to me their faith. Faithless or false, praise or lost, you'll get what you deserve and nothing more. When you're judged by Kellamvor. Death is but a part of life, it's not to fear or to evade. Now it's time to show your cards and see the hand you've played. Faithless or false, praise or lost, you'll get what you deserve and nothing more. When you're judged by Kellamvor. Yeah.
That is honestly one of my favorite songs. It's just it's a groove that I like, and I love how all the words and all the rhymes ended up, and it's got that feel to it that is just amazing. That is exactly what I would think out of a song about Kellamvor.
Yeah, it's fun, right?
It is just so good.
Everything.
What do you think about one more, and then we'll call it a day?
Yeah. What did we have? We had Displaced. We had Gelatinous Cube.
Yep. We had a couple people asking for a Whittle Bit of Evil.
Oh, yeah. We haven't done that one in a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me see about that one. Just because, it's the ones we don't do every day. That's what the request is all about.
Yeah, definitely. Nox Angus, no, I'm not suggesting the Orkira song. First off,
I
because
mean, we can.
no, I feel bad if I'm here. You know what? You know what we'll do? Well, you're looking up. Let me pull up the Whittle song if that's what we're doing next.
Yeah.
Let's get to Whittle.
You ready?
Always.
She's a little bit evil, a little bit good. She's a little bit sneaky, a little misunderstood. Running away from her crimes like a spider she climbs. She's a little bit hero, a little bit villain too. She's a little bit scary, but way faster than you. No matter where you run, she'll be there pointing your gun. She's a tinker and a thinker, a wizard with her tools, a widow with evil, and she suffers no fools. She's a little bit devil, the dread domains woe, very quick on her feet while misleading her foes. After a vampire's attack, her heart was turned black. She stepped out of time and stole the devil's rod, and she dropped it to rest on top of a god. She saved a friend with a pack, and there's no turning back. She's a tinker and a thinker, a wizard with her tools, a widow with evil, and she suffers no fools. She's a howl in the night, and a death peers by. For a friend she will find. She's what goes bump in the night. She keeps her soul from running aground. With the friends in our lives, she's found. Battles devils below and the gods above. She's dying to save the one she loves. She's a tinker and a thinker, a wizard with her tools, a widow with evil, and she suffers no fools. She's a howl in the night, and a tempest by. For her friend she will die. She's what goes bump in the night. Yeah.
People in chat were just talking about how the lyrics to that song hit in different ways and hit in the feels, and how powerful it is when, you know, you got a song that has some lines in it that grab you for one reason, and then like you listen to it again, and life circumstances have changed or something has changed, and it hits you in a different way.
Yeah. Songs can do that, like you said, you know?
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. Kind of like when you go through a breakup and you cannot listen to the radio.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Or any of those moments in where, like, you know, you go through something bad or good, but bad tends to stick with you more.
Bad, yeah, that'll, you know. Good, you know, it's also, you hear the right song and you're just jamming along, but something bad happens, you know?
Yeah. Or
but then sometimes you want to, like, embrace the darkness and go further, you know?
Yeah. Or
to go through the other side to get through it.
Yeah.
You know?
Or if you've had, like, not a bad thing happen, but like a song that became synonymous with a point in your life that, and I got a couple of those songs that became important to me around times and where I'm trying to decide what direction I want to take my life. And so it's hard not to think about those moments.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all we're doing for today, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit shorter, but hey, it's been a while since you've been live on this channel, so we're easing back into Bardic
We're easing back
Inspiration.
in. I'm happy to be back.
Yeah.
And I feel like, are we going to be back next week with Dylan?
Well, if you are back next week, it will be Dylan, as I am here just keeping the chair warm.
Well, you'll be here too.
Well, I'll be here too. I'll just be in the background. Because, yeah, I produce this show, so if you saw me during the stream doing a lot more of this than Dylan does, that's because I'm kind of keeping an eye on a couple things. So
I know. Yeah.
Listen, I don't sing one problem at a time. It's a bad idea. No. But yeah, you'll be back next week. And did you have anything else going on? Are you doing any other streams this week?
Yeah, tonight at 5 on Play Renegade is the continuation of our G.I. Joe stream. Ooh. It is our G.I. Joe actual play for the brand new role-playing game G.I. Joe.
Nice.
The role-playing game. So that happens Tuesdays at 5. And then I'll be back tomorrow night on my channel at 7.
For whatever you want Wednesdays, right?
Or whatever you want Wednesdays.
Yeah, it's good
so
stuff.
You can, here,
You gonna stick it in chat?
Yep, I'll stick it in chat.
Perfect. For those of you who are watching and wanted to
Right.
request songs that were maybe outside of the Bardic Inspiration milieu, you can go check Jason out on Wednesdays.
Play Renegade is who's hosting G.I. Joe. Play Renegade. Mm-hmm.
And you're playing with a friend of mine, Alicia Marie.
Yes, she plays a Joe named Mugshot, and I am the dungeon the game master. So that's really fun. Also, Michelle Wynn Bradley is a player, and Amanda McKnight, and one of the co-creators of the game is Ryan is our other player. So like when I get tripped up, because we're learning the game as we go, so when I get tripped up on game mechanics, because it's a brand new game system called Essence 20, which is really great, but I'll be like, Ryan, what do we do here? And then it's great because he co-wrote the system, so he'll be like, oh, we roll for this. So
It's
really
like
quite handy having him there.
Yeah. It's like when you're learning how to DM for D&D and you got someone, a player, who is just the right level of, I'm going to be here to help, but I'm not going to, like, throw rules at you. Like, you can ask me if you want me to tell you what the rules say, but, hey, you're the DM. I'm just going to follow you. You know, walk that line.
Yeah. Like, I concentrated on the story, and then if I needed real help on a certain mechanic, he was there to help. So it worked out great.
That's awesome.
So.
All right. Well, and with that, we will see you all next week, where Dylan will be back in this spot. And that's all I got to say. Thanks for letting me hang out with you this hour. This
Yeah,
fun.
it's I anytime we can hang out, it's always a pleasure. So.
All right. All right, everybody.
All right.
Have a good evening.
Bye.